Just, oh God, it's time for this again.
Whoa, mic check.
Check. Why do singers,
Take your groove.
when singers singing, they like take the two fingers and they like put it on their ear?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah. Nope, it's not. It's
I mean,
not
they're
there.
hearing the music, right?
It's
Is
not
that
there.
What it is?
It's not there. I need a little more. I have no. Yeah. There it is. Yeah.
They point at the ear. They go like this, and they it's always up or down.
A little up, a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, that's it right
That's
there.
it. That's money.
Good job, Johnny. Good job, Johnny.
Johnny behind the boards today.
Yeah, way to go, Johnny. Oh, this is gonna be a good concert. No, I always wondered, like, because I don't go to a lot of concerts anyway.
Yeah.
How that carries over?
What do you mean?
Because they do that way before the show.
Oh, the sound test and all that.
Yeah, like the mic check and everything.
Yeah.
And it's different when you go out there and it's full of people.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, this we should have mic checked a little more.
Yeah, we should have. But I mean, how like disappointing, honestly, would a concert be if they come out there and be like, and everybody's like, they're like, test 1 2,
Yeah.
test 1 2.
All right, a little bit up, a little down.
Up.
Turn the lights. Put the lights on me.
How y'all doing today?
Hold on, just give us 1 second. Yeah, just give us 1 second. Johnny, if you could point the lights right here in the middle. All right, and then they do the whole rehearsal.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are coming from the left side of the stage.
Steve on guitar. Let's see what you got.
Tune it down
Sounds
a little bit.
good.
Tune it a little bit.
I need him just a little bit lower in my ear, Johnny. Just a little bit lower.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to another fantastic episode of This Is the Thing. I am Dalton Bradford, and as always, this is
Robert Devaney.
Hey, buddy.
What's going on, man?
Cold sores.
Cool.
That's what I got going on. I got a cold sore.
I think if I did, it would be covered by my beautiful neard that you're making fun of.
Guys, if you're gonna see it. You're gonna see the neard. Look at this man's neck beard. If you're listening, stop, pause, head to YouTube, check out the neard.
The neard. For y'all that don't know what a neard is, it's a neck beard. Have you ever heard it called that before? You've heard it called that.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure it wasn't just like a country boy thing.
Why does hair grow here? Why?
I can't grow a stash. That's why you making fun of me for looking Amish. And you're actually the third person this week that's made fun of me for looking. I'm trying to pass for the Amish look.
You need to start working on the stash.
But Abe Lincoln was a good looking man. Have you seen pictures of him?
He was a handsome fella.
He looked like he knew what he was doing.
He looked like he was tired.
All the time.
All the time.
Just he looked like I got it set like this with his hand, like his two fingers on his forehead.
So they always thought he was just in deep thought, but really he was just exhausted.
Yeah. He's just like wore out.
Oh, I don't want a president today.
Yeah. He's just like, oh, this is awful. They're like, hey, Abe, slavery's still a thing. And he's like, yeah, I know.
I'm trying to figure
it out. Just trying to end it.
Just trying to figure out a way to do that.
I need some downtime. Let's go to a play tonight. Should just
I really just need to unwind tonight. Let's go to a play.
I need to just unload my head. You just need to... Good.
I've just got the worst headache.
That's too okay, we're going too far. I started it too, which is what's bad.
It's your fault.
He's a good president. He was.
I guess.
Good, shout out to Abe.
Shout out Abe Lincoln.
This show is sponsored by Abe Lincoln.
This podcast is brought to you in part by Abraham Lincoln.
Oh Lordy. Yeah, I'm going for the Abe Lincoln. I'm too fat to pull the Abe Lincoln. Like, he was always like, he had like a chiseled face, man.
Yeah, he looked like I don't know, man.
I think he would have been like Abe Lincoln today would have been like an actor or something.
He looked like a roughneck. He looked like he could throw a bale of hay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, I still think you remember the Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter?
Yeah. That was a good movie.
I think it's real. He passes off the kind of guy that was seriously fought vampires in the downtown.
Yeah.
He said he passed off as the kind of guy that could throw a bale of hay.
Yeah. He looks like a guy who could put down some concrete. You know what I mean?
You look like a guy that's been throwing some hay here lately. Have you? Yes, I knew it.
I could tell.
I could tell by the way you look. You look like a guy that could throw some. He's just on the back of the truck. God.
Will you just shut up?
I just cannot stand this. I mean, this is awful. Awful.
I don't know.
Oh, Abe, yeah. The Amish are good people though. I'm gonna look like them. I think if I'm gonna join anybody, I'm gonna join the Amish.
You think you could be Amish?
No. You think you could live that lifestyle?
Heck no.
I'm confused. I think I don't want to call the Amish out or anything. But have you ever been to like an Amish store?
No.
I don't think the Amish is listening to the podcast.
Yeah, well, I don't think they can. So
I think we got some Well, here's okay. That's what I want to complain about.
All right.
So they're like strictly no electricity, right?
No technology, no electricity.
No technology, no electricity. But I went out to like an Amish store and like they had a conveyor belt on the grocery and like lights, and I'm like, somebody's lying here. Something's going on.
Yeah. I think well, I was about to say, don't you have to have electricity to own a storefront? Isn't that like code?
How?
I don't know. You have to have running water. I know that. I mean, you have to.
I mean, little kids selling lemonade on the street, they ain't got electricity.
You don't need it.
Exactly. You don't need to have a storefront either.
All right, then. I was just taking a guess.
That's how I feel about it. But then, I mean, you go in there, like, don't get me wrong, the Amish people make some good tasting stuff. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean. Hold on. Before
we
go,
tried stuff like jam and.
Please stop. Before we go any further, I know nothing about the Amish, so don't ask me any questions. You know what I mean? Don't you know it?
You know the Amish.
No, yeah, I do, but don't you know what I mean? Don't ask me. You know what I mean? They got some good food. You know what I mean? No, nothing about Amish is a you know what I mean for me. So you're just gonna be.
You're from Florida. When you drive down that way, like you pass the plantation houses. You know what I'm talking about?
So you just you know what I mean me again. You know
what I'm talking about. They're on the interstate, and
nope.
You pull it, and you can get like
dude.
Fruits.
I
don't know how you've.
Is there a way to start this over? Can we?
What is
the podcast? I mean,
let's just scrap it. See y'all later.
Public service announcement. I don't know anything about the Amish.
How would you? Why don't? Is it because you don't want to know?
I just don't care.
Are you scared of the Amish?
Yeah, I'm okay. If I'm being honest here, I'm scared of them.
Have you seen the video where like 150 of them move a house? Like they just pick it up.
That is crazy. I have seen that. That is crazy. Yeah, these
people can amount to. These people put their minds together. They can do like they literally. These people picked up people. If you haven't seen this video on YouTube,
they pick it up
right now. Amish people move a house. I mean, like they legit. You see the house rise, and there is just nothing but little Amish feet all the way across the bottom.
The children are doing it. All of them.
And there's like 3 guys outside, like, and they move it. I mean, they move this house.
So, what is it to be Amish?
I don't know. I think it's a lot. I think it's really. I'm guessing it's really strict religious standards.
What's it mean to be Amish? Yeah, like what is it? Do you know anything about it?
I really don't. I don't know. I don't want to judge. Well, I don't want to judge them either. I don't want to like. Well, I don't want to take. Well, not judging, but I don't want to take guesses and it be wrong. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I don't want to be like, well, it's because they're it's because they do heroin. I don't know. Like, and then be like, and a bunch of Amish people over there be like, I don't do heroin at all.
He said we did heroin.
We don't do heroin.
Move his house.
We do crack.
And then they come and move your house. They hide it from you.
While I'm asleep in it. What is our house moving? It's the Amish. They come and got us.
They're outside chanting, We don't do heroin. We don't do heroin. We don't do
with
heroin.
each step.
This is the thing. Amish people don't do heroin.
Yeah, but the good people. I'm gonna say they're good people.
Well,
it's really weird to be driving and then like you just pass a horse and buggy when you go out to like where they live at and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that and I feel scared. I feel scared in a car all of a sudden.
Don't they get like one time where they get to like go enjoy the real world? I think it is. I think they get like for their 16th birthday or 18th birthday, they get to go out.
Oh, the whole lifetime, just once?
Yeah, just once, and they get to go experience. They get to like go drink or
but by that age they've been so brainwashed.
So the Amish is a cult now. All right.
Yeah.
I think we should leave this topic. I feel like we're just on a very, very touchy subject right now.
No, we're not hating on. We're not hating on them. I was just saying, I like that. If I was going to join someone, it'd be the Amish. They're nice people. That's all I'm going to say. We'll leave it there. Hey, speaking of labeling people, I need your help.
Okay.
Labeling somebody.
Okay.
Because I like making fun of people and labeling people.
Yeah, it's fun.
So,
my favorite thing to do is people watch.
Yeah. So we coined the phrase one-upper.
Yeah.
So I've got an issue with two other kinds of people.
Oh, I'm excited.
I know. So, and
I love talking bad about people.
No names or anything, but the one is touchy people.
What do you mean?
Are you like a hugger?
I'm a hugger.
You are a hugger.
Yeah.
But like when you walk up to me, you're not gonna like put your hand on my shoulder.
I am.
Or
okay, so you're talking about me.
Oh gosh. Okay, so you need a label, bro.
I
ran into this person at work the other day, and they're just like, "How you doing? You work hard, and I'm like, don't touch me.
Why don't you like to be touched?
I don't like people in my bubble, dude. I barely hug my wife. I just want space.
It's friendly.
Is it friendly or is it pushy?
It's friendly.
I mean, I know you're a hugger because you tried to hug me every day of my life.
Because I want to show. It's showing an additional amount of care. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like.
So you're the type of person, like, if you walk up to someone and they're crying, let's just take this for example. You're like, oh, come here.
Yeah, I mean, well, it depends on how well I know them. I mean, if it's somebody that I don't really
pretty
know.
Good. I mean,
pretty good.
I don't want to make it weird.
No.
I ain't trying to make this weird.
Okay.
So, I mean, like, if you know them pretty decent, like, oh, I'm sorry. And like, you're just there for them, right?
Yeah. If it's somebody that I don't know and they're crying, it's kind of weird. I'm just kind of like.
See, but I'm the kind of person, like, even if I know them and they're crying, I'm like, hey.
Dry it up.
You good?
Dry it up.
We got things to do, brother. You need to suck it up. All right. Well, you're good. Here, just fist bump. Fist bump.
Fist bump me. Fist bump. Fist bump.
Start making it like, oh, I want to fist bump you.
Oh, you're going to get
Gotta make it funny.
Yeah.
And they're like.
All right. So you don't like touchers.
Touch. I don't know if we should call them that.
Touchers.
Is that, I mean,
you're just a touchy. He's just touchy, Somebody's a little touchy.
Now I hit people.
What about a little hand? Somebody gets a little handsy, He's getting
Now I hit people when I'm talking.
What?
I'm just. No, hang on. Now, you know what I'm talking about. I go, hey man, you remember? And I do that. And
you nudge.
Yeah.
You nudge a lot.
I'm a nudger.
Yeah.
So, but I don't really consider that a touch. I mean, even though, it is a touch, but it's
you
not
make like
really.
A little funny joke, and then you'll take this part of your arm, and you'll be like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're like, no, and I'm like, quit.
But I'll do it with the backside of my fingers too. Like today, I cracked a joke to someone, and I was like, yeah, and like I just throw. I'll never forget. I was in high school one time, and like me and my mom was driving down the road, and I was telling her a story, and I kept doing that. And she's like, "Will you please quit freaking hitting me?" Like that's just like all she said. I was like, what? She goes, she starts like mimicking me, making fun of me. I
So
was
what's
like,
this?
is that how I act?
What's this other person that you're talking about then?
The other one? So that's
Yeah.
one, right? The other one, okay, I think they're very close to the one-upper category.
Okay.
But I don't think they're one-uppers. Same mentality. I think a one-upper can be this person. So I was talking to somebody at work the other day. This gets on my nerves so bad, right? And if anybody I work with listens to this, they're gonna be like, "We're gonna figure out who everybody is." So, you know what? It's a risk I'm willing to take. So, oh, this just opened up a whole other really funny story. But anyway, so I'm at work and I was talking to this dude. I was like, "Hey man, how's it going?" He's like, "I just doing 1,000 things."
Oh.
I was hang on. Let me get there. Right. I was like, "Oh man, I hate to hear that. Well, hopefully it gets better." He goes, "Well, it's what happens when you know how to do everything in the store." And I went and I was like, "Oh, all right." So I wanted to feel this a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, that's what he goes. You know what I hate about this? I said, "What?" He goes, "I hate that I'm cross trained on everything.
Oh.
I hate that I know how to do everything in the store because they know they can get me to do it."
So he's not one upping. He's like,
What is it? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He's like, it's like, oh man, it's like silent bragging.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's like,
it cuts me like a knife, dude.
I'm like, oh, you like, he likes it, knowing all that. He likes being called on to do all those things. But
the more you know, the more you got to do, and that's how it works for me.
But he likes it, but he wants to complain about it to make it sound like, so he doesn't have to brag. He doesn't have to be like, "Oh, I know how to do everything in this store. I can do this. I can do that." He's going, "Oh, God, I hate knowing how to do everything."
So, and the way the conversation went, he told me what he was doing. I was like, "Why are you doing that?" Well, I gotta be cross trained on everything in the store. I know how to do everything.
Yeah.
I need help over there. I go do it. I need help over there. I go do it. I can't stand it. Is that bad?
No, it's pretty annoying.
Do you like those kind of people?
No, I don't like boastful or bragful people.
That's it. It is a hidden brag, though. You're right.
It's a hidden brag. They don't want to come off that they are bragging, but they're bragging.
I just don't they act like it's a burden.
Hey,
I just hate that I'm so smart.
Hey, buddy, you ever heard of just saying no?
Yeah. And I think, actually, I'm going to I think that's how I finished the conversation. I was like, well, maybe next time they tell you something, you should just be like, no. Someone come and asked me the other day to do something at work. I was like, I don't know how to do it. And they were like, for real, you don't know how to do it? They used to be, they looked at me and they said, you used to be a manager. And I was like, don't know how to do it. I was like, and you think that makes me think I know how to do it? It's
just because I'm a man.
When I was a manager, I just told people what to do. I didn't ever have to do anything.
I didn't have to know.
I was like, actually, I shouldn't know anything.
I should just
that gave me more of a reason.
You should tell me how to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
And you know what? They could train me, but they never do. It's the same thing every time. They're like, hey, do you know how to do this? I'm like, no. And they just keep asking. I'll just keep telling them no.
How do you feel about braggy people?
I think it depends.
You like someone who's real vocal about their...
I think it depends if they can back it.
I just want to see action.
I don't
think you have to.
I do too.
I don't think you have to brag if you've just got action.
What is it? Is it what speaks louder than words?
Actions.
What is it? Action. Is it actions? Yeah, actions. Oh wow, I just
totally lost that. You're like, what speaks louder than words?
Actions. Actions speak louder than words. So I mean, I agree with that statement.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes you just got to make it known.
Sometimes you just got to say, "Hey, I'm the freaking man."
Me and you are like that.
Yeah, a little bit.
We're not braggy, but we'll be like, I'm gonna let you know, I freaking slayed that over there.
Hey, I'm just gonna let you know. You see that thing over there? That was me.
I slayed it.
It looks
When
pretty
no
good
one's
too,
there,
doesn't it?
because and the only reason you do it is because you start looking around and nobody's noticing. You're like, dadgummit, I gotta get some attention over
Ain't
here.
nobody looking at this.
I'm over here working really hard.
So you like about halfway through it, you start making hooping and hollering noises, or
Yeah.
you're in the middle of doing it, you're like, yep, just over here working, just doing the very best I can.
You know what my favorite thing to do is?
What?
Is when they do notice it, they're like, "Oh, you already got that done." I'm like, "Oh, that was nothing.
That was
It took like 5 hours." You know,
you're like, oh no, that was something.
that was
easy.
simple.
That was easy.
I've been doing that. I could have done that 4 years ago, and they're like, "Well, just the way you collaborated on it and got it done," and I was just like,
"Oh, it's nothing.
No big
like,
deal."
Well, they go, "Well, thank you." Be like, "No, it's seriously no problem.
Don't thank me for doing my job.
No, it's fine."
Yeah, you know, and you walk away and you're like, "Yeah,
oh yeah."
I like that. And down deep inside, you're also like, gosh, I hope they never ask me to do that again.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at my hat. You see my new hat?
Mm-hmm.
I wore this hat for a reason.
Why?
I kind of want to make the announcement on here.
Let's do it.
Should I do it? It came out public today.
Oh.
It hit the newspapers today. Hey guys, guess what? Robert, say what?
What?
I'm gonna have another baby. I'm so excited.
How does it feel right now?
It feels really good. We went to the doctor's appointment yesterday and got the ultrasound. And got a due date.
So when's the date?
June, the day before.
June.
Yeah, day before Courtney's birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
What a birthday gift.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
You get to experience the worst pain of your life.
Here's a whining, screaming baby.
So when will you find out if it's a boy or girl?
So here's some cool things that I didn't know from my first child. So
things have changed. I mean, we're talking how many years?
6 years.
Okay.
So they have a genetic test that they can do now where they take your blood and they can test. And I don't know if this is new or not. I mean, it's new to me, but they can test for like Down syndrome and stuff like that. But they also can test for gender early with the same test.
No, I'd rather just wait and get the real deal.
I don't know.
What's your take on this whole gender? You know, what do you think about the gender reveal? Do you like not knowing?
Oh, I like knowing. You gotta know. Look.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, like, are you okay with someone else, like in your close family, knowing and doing a gender reveal party?
Oh yeah.
I'm not cool with that.
No, they don't know. We're the only ones that know. When we when we did Corbin's, we were the only ones that knew.
See, that's the way I like it.
Yeah.
But you know, the big thing these days is you get you get it in an envelope and you give it to someone you trust.
And then at the gender reveal, that's when
you find out as well. Yeah. And I'm like, it ain't gonna roll like that with me. You know,
Yeah.
me and Heather's talked about this. And I'm like, no, you know, whenever we have a baby, I was like, it's not gonna roll like that.
See,
I'm gonna know.
Yeah, I
was like, if you don't want to know, it's fine. I won't tell you. But I've got to know.
When we did Corbin's, when we got his gender, we closed our eyes when they were doing the ultrasound, and then they took a picture, did everything that they had to do, right? And then they put it in an envelope and didn't show us because we were going to look when we left. And then we went to the park and we opened up the envelope and looked at it at the park.
I feel like y'all did like this little romantic, cool thing. And we closed our eyes. We looked at the wall.
I stroked her cheek. She punched my arm.
No matter what this baby is, we're going to love it. And then we took our envelope to the park. And we fed the pigeons.
And we ate bologna sandwiches.
And we opened up the letter with my letter envelope opener. And as I slid it down the crease of the envelope, I slowly pulled out the paper. 1 fold, 2 folds. There it was. The gender was revealed to us. It was
a boy.
We wept sat on the park bench holding the letter as we embraced each other.
We folded up the parchment.
One fold, two fold, back into the envelope. It went, only for us to know.
Yeah, dude. I'm hoping that it's a girl.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've already got the boy, you know.
Yeah. You're like, I'm done with that.
done with that. So
Oh, I know it's kind of weird, but I think always as a guy, you kind of always want a guy. Is that kind of,
yeah, you want a boy.
Yeah, well, we're gonna do guy stuff.
We're gonna do guy stuff.
Yeah,
Let me tell you
guy
something.
day, bro days.
Listen to me. You don't do freaking guy stuff.
Yeah, I know, right?
You don't.
So,
guys, go for girls because boys, they're attached to mama.
Yeah,
they want nothing to do with daddy. Daddy's
you always heard mama's boy. It's always daddy's girl and mama's boy.
Daddies are buttholes. We're mean and we're just hateful and.
Hey, now as I've gotten older, if I had to pick one, like if I had the ultimate choice, I'd pick a girl.
What do you mean?
If I had,
if you could pick your. Yeah, why?
I would like one of each at least. Now I feel like we're going to the store or something. Give me one of that one.
Give me one of them. Oh, they're buy one get one.
But but
BOGO on the children.
If they were like, you get one,
you could pick a girl.
I was like, let's go with the girl.
Yeah.
I don't know if I need a mini me running around.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited though.
My wife's a lot better than me. So, we need a mini her. Definitely not a mini me.
See, me and my son, we argue and fight.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I have a girl, my wife's going to get to experience what I get to experience with Corbin.
I would say so. Because you're always going to be on her side. Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, Daddy's little girl's gonna get whatever she wants. Cookie.
If she wants a cookie,
Daddy ain't telling her no.
At 10:30 at night, you can have a cookie.
You want to stay up with Daddy? Yes, you do. Come here, son.
Yes, you do. Come here. We're gonna watch it. CSI Miami.
You're such a cute little Daddy's girl.
Come here. We'll watch CSI.
You don't. As this girl gets over, you don't really pass off as the I'm gonna take care of little girl's probs.
Yeah.
You gonna fight for her?
Yeah.
Oh, you go to town, right?
Oh, you go to town. Man, I'm excited, dude. I just.
You know what? Why I want a. I tell you, one of the things I think about when you have a girl, something I've thought about is like when it gets to the dating stage.
See,
really. I know it's so far down the road.
Everything is fine until you get to that age, and then you're like, I don't really want a girl.
Because as a guy, as a guy, you're like, I just gonna do whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
As a girl, you're like, well, he better be here an hour before you leave.
Mm-hmm.
I will talk to him. I will know who he is.
We will have a private conversation.
Name, number, social security number. We will go outside to the shed and have a private conversation.
I will show him my tool collection.
I will show him my tool collection. I will show him every gun I own and that they are loaded.
I'll show him that they're all loaded.
I will say that my daughter's phone has a tracking device on it, and I will find both of them. And but the little time that you've been here, I've already tracked in your car.
Yeah,
I've put something on your car. So many boundaries will be crossed. Yeah, but that's the point, right?
Yeah, it is. He's got to fear you.
Yeah, and it's a respect thing.
Yeah,
not so much a fear, but a respect.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm flashing way forward here. We're flashing because I don't even have a kid yet. This could be 25 years down the road for me. But this punk walks in my house. He's like, "What's up, old man Devaney?" And I'm like, "Oh, come here." Let's talk.
Oh, come here, buddy. So how do you feel about how would you feel about, because the styles and things are different now, right? Yeah. Than when we were kids. How do you feel about, I don't really know how to put this, a different kind of looking dude comes walking in with your daughter
I don't know,
to take
I'm
her on a
pretty-
date. You know what I mean? Are you pretty
I'm pretty
open-minded?
I don't know. No, I'm really not.
So if he's got like, crazy hair and,
I think it depends.
piercings all over his
You know me. I
face.
don't judge people. I think I do a pretty good job
Yeah.
of being open minded and stuff. But I mean, it's really going to depend. I mean, like, if he looks like that and he treats me with the utmost
I
respect,
feel like if
then I'm
he's
gonna be
super
like,
respectful and he's
yeah,
got,
exactly, yeah,
if he's got a
I think
pink
there's-
mustache,
You're gonna be like, okay, it's life choices. Let's talk about it. And then I mean, because it's gonna make me ask more questions.
I'm gonna be like, all right, buddy. So why?
I mean, if he walks
Why?
in, he's clean cut, and he's respectful, I'm not gonna have as many questions.
But if
He comes in with a pink mustache, I'm like, hey, kind of just ask you a few things.
a few things. So what are your aspirations in life?
I'm like, yeah.
What
Going
do
to
you-
college? No. So
No?
you're a mechanic. All right.
All right, cool.
Who is gonna hire you with a pink mustache? Is it Spirit Week at school?
No, it's
No,
just
okay.
all the
So
time.
you're just doing this for fun. This is yours.
And in high school
You're
they
like-
don't have full mustache.
Yeah.
It's like little
Peach
straggler-
fuzz.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's just like little pink peach
It's
fuzz.
hooking down into his lip. Yeah.
And he says, "Sup, old man
He's got,
Devaney?
he got a little comb.
Sup, old man Devaney?"
Oh, dude, it's gonna go down.
Oh, just. Get
I mean,
out.
there's
Just
probably
get
not
out.
there's probably not a date.
Oh, it's
That's
like
me being legit. If it comes in, it's like, hey, old man Devaney, hey, you going home?
Hey.
And I don't care. At that point, if my daughter wants a cookie at 10:30 at night, I give it to her. My daughter looks at me and goes, I still want to go on this day. I'm like, you can go to your room because this guy's leaving.
This guy is a loser. You gonna let him talk to me like that?
Yeah. Yeah, you ought to be ashamed that he come in. You didn't give him a speech before he got in the house.
You didn't
Talking
tell
about-
him how to talk to me before he walked in. You know how
Tell-
I am.
You didn't tell him who I am. By golly, we're gonna have some issues.
But anyway.
Yeah, no, it's gotta. So you're on your second. This is gonna be your second kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that life is really like? You remember the commercials? How you are with your first kid, how you are with your second kid.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be like that.
You think so?
For sure. With your first one, you don't know what you're doing.
So you're just overprotective.
You're overprotective. You're overdoing. You're doing everything by the book. You don't know what's going on. So you're just trying to be a perfect parent.
Okay.
And if I could go back in time, dude, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
We didn't have to feed him as much as we did.
We didn't have to do all the things that we did. I mean, he was
And
fine.
those commercials are really funny because they talk about we're like, oh, I'll hold him, to where like they're at a mechanic and they're like, here, hold this for.
Yeah,
like just hand the
I
baby.
feel like my
away.
second one would be like, oh yeah, wear it out, go out in the
Yeah.
backyard, have fun. It's like a little infant. Yeah, let him out in the backyard. It'll be all right. Lay him in the leaves.
So is this going to be let me ask you another question. Is this going to be a line drawn for you?
What do you mean?
Are you going to be done after this?
Oh yeah,
You're like,
Well, I have to.
this
Yeah,
is-
I've got to. It's
There's no way.
yeah. There's no other options for.
You're not
me.
you're not going to be a 7-8 kidder.
It's 2. That's all.
Two.
That's all I can do, man. I thought I was gonna be a one kid person.
Oh yeah.
You gotta have 2.
You got to have 2.
You
right?
got to have 2.
Well, then that one kid has to grow up their whole life being the only
The
child.
only child.
Oh, you grew up as the only child. You got everything you wanted.
everything handed to you. And you don't know how.
Let me guess. Your mama's favorite because you're the only child.
You're the only favorite.
Yeah.
You gotta have 2, man.
Yeah.
See, I don't have enough room for any more than 2. I don't have enough room for 2.
Do you think it's true kicking the first one? You hear that all the time.
Kick the
kinda
first one?
Gets, no. First one gets kicked to the curb.
Yeah,
I didn't get to finish that.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say that. I'm not gonna put that. I'm not gonna put that on record. My son may listen to this podcast
Some
one
point in
day.
time, right?
One day in his life, he'll come across these archives.
Yeah, because when you get to 3 or more, all the grief is hit on the middle child.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where you're the middle child.
You take all the brunt.
You're not the baby. You're not the oldest.
You're just
So-
there.
It's different than 2.
I've heard that your second one's your wild child, but my first one's pretty wild.
Oh, imagine this one then.
I'm scared. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a little scared.
I hope she don't come out looking like you.
Me too, dude.
You make an ugly looking girl.
That would be an ugly girl. She better come out looking like Courtney, or
we're just totally knocking your future.
All she's gonna do is gonna attract, people with pink mustaches. I mean, she looks like me. She ain't gonna have no choice. That's when she brings.
Have a pink mustache herself.
When pink mustache walks through the front door, I'm just like, "Hey, how you doing, buddy?
You done good for yourself.
You did good, honey. That's a nice gentleman there."
Hey, it's she starts getting into the dating age and be like, "You're just gonna have to play with the hand you're dealt." Yeah. And you look into this mirror, and she's like, "It's not a mirror. You're just holding the frame." Yeah, and I'm on the other side because you look like me.
You look like me.
So
you see this?
And I'm ugly.
You see your mom over there? It's a miracle that this mug got that.
Got on to you. We was hoping we asked if there was some kind of crazy test we could do or some surgery.
She actually wanted to make people with me. Get me looking.
Not only am I ugly, but I'm stupid.
I can't do math.
So
I don't have a lot going for me.
So you was talking about the genetic test, right?
Yeah.
Are y'all going to do that? Are you going to find out as early as you can?
I think she wants to.
What's the accuracy rate?
I don't know. I'm going to ask.
I don't think that would be very accurate.
How could
other than an actual picture,
Yeah, I mean, you got to see a thing or not a thing,
I mean, obviously, I would think the medical issues it could be able to point out.
That's good.
But,
that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's good to know. Well, I mean, you need to prep for stuff like that, depending on what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm all about being prepared too.
Yeah.
There's these people that won't find out the gender of the baby till it's born.
My brother-in-law did that.
No, there's no way.
They did it with their last one. Yeah.
No way. No.
Yep.
I couldn't do it.
They did it.
It would kill me. The anxiety would kill me.
It would just drive me bonkers.
I'd be standing on the other side of the curtain, however that works. When the birth is taking place, I'd be saying, my wife would be like, "Where you at?" I'd be like, "I'm trying to figure out what this baby is. You just need to calm down.
You need to hush. mind your business."
I know you got a lot going on right now, but I too. We're about to have a boy or a girl.
Look, I know you've got a lot going on in there, but look, I've got a lot more going on here. You just need to hush.
Nervous.
You need to stop trying to take the spotlight, honey. I got to try to figure out what's going on.
Do you think you could wait the whole 9 months?
There is no absolute way. Absolutely not.
I feel like I'd get myself okay.
I'd give myself a hernia.
I'm gonna hypothetical it here because I really think this is what would happen. So if I was in your situation and I already had a boy, okay, and I it'd be cool to have a girl, and I didn't know for 9 months, I would work it up in my mind so much that it was a girl. The day it happened, they'd be like, "It's a boy." I'd be like,
"Yeah."
Are you serious?
Are you freaking?
Is this the right baby?
This isn't even my baby.
Are you?
You're
sure another one in there?
You're sure this is the one that just came out of there? You better.
Is there a redo?
Put it back. Put it back. Put it back in there.
Yeah. This ain't the right.
It wasn't
this ain't
ready.
My wife.
Yeah.
My wife is around here somewhere with the girl. I don't know how I got stuck with this woman. I feel like that's how I would pop off, though. I don't know. I mean, I doubt it.
I can't.
I think if it got delivered to me earlier, I could cope.
Look, I'm trying to stay neutral because I can't. If I lean,
well, no matter what it is, let's be real.
Here's the thing. Look, I'm with you. If for the whole 9 months I'm leaning on this girl thing, you know what I'm saying? And I don't give it just a little bit of shot that it could be a boy, and it comes out and it's a boy, I'm gonna be upset naturally, right?
Yeah. We're so hating on the boys right now
because we suck. So bad.
Yeah, we do. We're awful. We're awful people. Yeah, I couldn't wait the 9 months. I tell you, and another thing that blows my mind. So this has nothing to do with genders, but it kind of does. So for the people that don't want to know, and they have the gender reveal, and usually the man and woman will pull a confetti or pop a balloon or whatever, right? And there's one for each of them, and it's two different genders, and they're like, "It's twins." I'd be like, I wouldn't know what I would flip out if I didn't know, even though it's still only halfway down the road, right? And you still got another 4 months to think about it, though. But if it ended up being like 2, I would be like,
what if
I got to know as soon as possible. I have to know.
What if you went the whole 9 months? Listen, I heard this. Hold on. I have a story. Somebody told me at work the other day that we were talking about, having a baby because I was sharing the information with them.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, with my second born, she goes, I went the whole 9 months and I didn't even know I was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And I said,
I've heard that before. I've heard of that.
How? I said, that's not even possible. How do you not know that you have a person inside of you for 9 months?
I've heard that story before. I don't know. I hear that.
Tell me how that can even be possible. Dude.
I don't know.
You just eating a lot of cake. Is that what you think has been going on?
I think some ladies don't get sick, don't get, there's rare occasions.
But you just got this big old belly.
Or have addictions or anything.
You just got this big old belly and just you ain't.
I don't know. It depends. I don't know.
Dude.
I've heard the story before. I don't really know what all it takes into account with it. I've looked at someone that's been pregnant before. I didn't know they were pregnant.
Because they were just fat?
Yeah. I've also looked at someone and been like, hey, when's the baby due? And they're like, I ain't pregnant. And I'm like, oh, snap. You are one fat mug. I'm just kidding. See, I look like I'm always pregnant, but they know it's impossible because I got the neared. And they're like, he's a guy.
Oh, he's a guy.
He's not pregnant. It happens. I've heard stories.
I don't understand.
That's crazy.
I don't understand how
crazy,
that's. I don't see how it's possible.
I mean, what would you do right now down the road if like you go to one of your doctor's appointments and they're like, we got 2 heartbeats? Because it's a possibility, right?
So I was worried. I was worried, son. Why? So when they popped up that ultrasound on Thursday,
there was 2 blobs.
It was 2 blobs. There's 2.
First of all, how do they read anything off of that ultrasound?
It's actually pretty amazing.
Has it gotten better? I'm talking. I guess I might be talking a little bit about the old days.
This thing is pretty amazing, man.
Is it? Wow.
So it shows the blob, right?
Yeah.
And they can move it around and see the blob, and so they like draw lines on the screen, and it measures it. It measures the blob, and then by the measurement, the computer will tell you how far along you are, and then when they zoom in, you can see the little heartbeat, right? So you see this little thing going boop, really, really fast, and then they go. This blew my mind because I don't remember this happening with my little boy. They go, and here's the heartbeat, and they played it.
Really?
Just from a little ultrasound, and
That's
there was
crazy,
a little blob. There's just a little heartbeat. It's pretty cool.
Man.
But yeah, I got scared. So the doctor, the nurse goes, well, only 1 heartbeat. And I said, oh my God, thank you. Oh, hallelujah. Thank you.
I feel like that needs to be like, I feel like they need to, I think this is how it needs to go down. Like if you're at the doctor and you're getting ultrasound, and like it could be extremely inappropriate, but this is how it needs to happen. And they're ultrasounding you, right? Mm-hmm. And they're like, there's more than 1 heartbeat. You immediately get rolled into a game show. Just instantly right there. Like you're on Maury or some crazy TV show. Like you're just there, and they're like, what's the guess is 2? And like, everybody in the stands like 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 4, 4. And they're like, all right. And they're like, it's like, who wants to be a millionaire? How many heartbeats do you think there is? Because there's at least more than 1. And then like you get to do like some kind of game show, That's pretty cool, ain't it?
You said, let me play this back. This is how you said there's more than 1 heartbeat, and immediately they put you in immediately they move you into a game show.
I picture the
hold on. You said
revolving.
You said Maury, and my mind went, The Price is Right,
Oh, really? Yeah.
You know, I saw the little thing going down, bloop, 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 and then people were taking bids.
Yeah.
Take a bid, 2, 4.
Yeah. It's just you're saying like she's still in the gown and you're just standing there like everybody's kind of in shock, but you get into it.
There's a studio audience.
You're like, yeah, okay, yeah, go, yeah, let's go with 3.
The studio, everybody's like, just like The Price is Right. They're all
like
showing you numbers to say, and you're like, 3, no, 2.
And like instantly, it's a game board like where you pull. All right.
Your guess
Robert,
was
when you're ready.
Your guess was 3.
3 heartbeats.
And it goes, is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Dum, 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 dum. And it's the baby's heartbeat.
And they play it. They start playing them. All right. Tell us how many heartbeats you hear here. And like it's just the one, right?
Yeah. Dum, 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 dum,
All right.
dum, dum.
Pause that for me. Sound. All right.
Your guess was 3.
Your guess was 3. Play it.
You're having 7.
It's just, and they're like, oh, yeah, and they're like, but you won the over under, and now you're on. And then you're not even thinking about having 7 babies.
The crowd
7,
and you're just
yeah, 7.
Your wife is full spread.
And it just the room just spins back instantly.
Right back into the ultrasound room.
Yeah.
And then they go, all right, so do you have any questions?
So 7, here's your medical. You can pay the front desk.
Yeah. Your copay today is going to be $425.
It's $25 per baby. And that, I don't know if you noticed when the room's fun, but that's a big thing we're putting on over there. And that costs money.
That costs a lot of money to do that production. I don't know if you noticed, but we got big things.
Literally, the way it starts out is there's more than one heartbeat. Room spins, and it's like, welcome to How Many Heartbeats Is It?
It's Wayne Brady.
Yeah.
You're like, Wayne Brady,
like he does his best improv all the time. Yeah. It could be heartbeats, oh baby, here, baby. And every time it ends, when he finds out, like let's say it was 7, like you roll away back slowly, and he's like, "There's 7 heartbeats." Like there's like a song, and he just inserts the number. Yeah, 7 heartbeats.
7 heartbeats.
Tune in next time, guys.
So
how many heartbeats is it?
So 7 heartbeats. That's $425. Your next appointment will be tomorrow.
And then, like, after a couple of years, they could do, the follow up. What happened to the Devaney's after how many heartbeats is?
Maury's not a game show, right?
Yeah, but that's the setting I was picturing.
You were picturing it like a Jerry Springer setting?
Sort of.
I was picturing like a
at first I was picturing like him holding the note cards. Kind of like, you're not the father, but like there's not 2 heartbeats. There's not 3 heartbeats.
I was picturing like a Bob Barker.
That's good too though. That's even better, really.
Or what's the Wayne Brady show? What's that called? Where all the audience members are dressed up in costumes?
I don't know.
What is that
one?
It's pretty silly.
He's done a lot of different shows. Wayne Brady's he's gotten around the game show genre pretty
Would you
well.
ever want to go on a game show?
No.
Oh my God, I want to. We should go on a game show. That would be fun.
I don't want to. Because I ended up doing something stupid.
What do you mean?
You ever make fun of I don't know, it's for instance, Wheel of Fortune, right?
Yeah.
And you get to the final wheel, and like it's bucket, and the only thing missing is the U, and you're like, I don't back it, brisket, and you're sitting there at home like bucket, dude, bucket.
All right, bucket, one more letter, and you go.
Yeah.
It's B space C-K-E-T, and you go Z.
Back it, brick it, brisket. Yeah, I'd just be naming out against that, and like I'd be the one that hit.
I'd like
the
to solve
YouTube.
the puzzle.
I'd be like YouTube.
Bazucket.
And
No.
that would be me, and I make fun of the people, and I would end up being that person. I'd do something
I'm pretty good at Wheel
extremely
of Fortune.
stupid.
I'm pretty good at Wheel of Fortune.
Well, everybody's good at Wheel of Fortune. Nobody's good at Jeopardy.
No, that game's hard.
You got to answer in a question all the time. That's what gets me.
I've never
Who
understood.
is Abraham Lincoln?
And they're like, and Alex Trebek goes, "He was a president, you idiot. What's the answer?"
Because I'd always just be like, and like, have you seen the people like I'll be watching it and they'll go Abraham Lincoln. They're like, was it in the form of a question? And they move on. I'm like, wow. Mad disrespect.
Why does it have
guy.
to be in the form of a question? Does it make you sound smarter or something?
That's the way the game's played. The game gives you the answer.
What?
So when you Jeopardy, he reads a tile, right?
Yeah, but why do you have to answer in a question?
So hang on, hear me out. So
am I about to learn something?
Yeah, you are. So imagine Abraham Lincoln.
Okay.
It says he was the 16th president of the United States and helped abolish slavery. And the question was, you know, he usually says that, you know, and it goes, who was Abraham Lincoln? So when you was telling somebody, if someone said, who was Abraham Lincoln? You would say, he was the 16th president. And
so it's reversed.
Yeah. So they give you the answers. God. You give them the question.
Who is? Oh, but you have to answer the.
Your answer is the question. Yeah. So you go, who is, what is, where is. Yeah, this city is known for
what
yada,
is
yada, yada. And you'll go, where is St. Louis, Missouri? You know, so, or what is St. Yeah, you know, whatever it may be.
Where in the world
That's
is
how
Carmen
Jeopardy works.
Sandiego?
She is traveling through time, and I need you to stop her. That lady used to get me pumped. If she would have came across like, if the lady that done the intros to Carmen Sandiego would have like come across like on a TV before I went and played a basketball game in high school, I would have done so much better. I'm telling you.
I would have been a beast.
Because they would have been like, you're playing Rockwood tonight, and you're going to have to score at least 25 points, Robert. I'm like, I can do it. I can do it. If I can get Carmen Sandiego, I can do this.
Oh, I can do 26. Easy. 26 points. Easy.
All day. So, but if we did the game show for how many heartbeats is it?
Yeah.
We would have to do the after show like I was talking about. Like, you know, but like if you want to sign up to where the cameras can follow you home and
you do like a,
you know, like on the car ride home, you know, what happened after they found out?
That's like a TLC special.
Yeah.
You know, where you get your own show for like one season where they.
Yeah. You know, like The Bachelor does, what is it? They do
Bachelor in Paradise.
Well, no, not Bachelor in Paradise, but they follow the couple for like their first year or something.
Yeah.
Something like that, you know.
What is that? Do you remember John and Kate plus 8?
No.
Oh.
What was that?
It was a show on like HGTV or TLC or something about these couple who had 8 children. You know those shows, you know. My 500-Pound Life.
Oh, yeah. Then what was the Duggars?
What's that?
You remember the Duggars? Mm-mm. It was like, what was that show called, Haley?
The Duggars.
No, it wasn't called the Duggars. It was like they had like 22 kids.
Oh my Lord!
It was like 23 and counting. 23 and counting is what it was called. They had 23 kids and they had one on the way.
What would you do with your life?
I'd die.
Do you work?
They did. No, you'd have to look it up. It's actually a pretty interesting little thing. You should look it up sometime.
How do you don't work? There's no way.
Dude,
right?
They had kids like their oldest kid was like, I think 30 something, and like they had a baby on the way. Like, and it was all ranges through there. They had like a 2-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 8-year-old, 12-year-old, like a 15, 16, 17-year-old, 18-year-old, a couple in their 20s.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. That husband
crazy,
has no sympathy for his wife. He has no care.
I want you to look it up. When we get off here, you're Googling 23 and counting. Because that was wild, dude. They went through like a big scandal and everything. It was different.
That's insane.
It was.
I
watched it just because I was amazed.
I'd like to go on a game show. I really would.
I used to. You remember them game shows, the Bachelor versions that were on MTV?
Oh yeah. Next.
Like Bret Hart, Hard Rock of Love.
Take it, Tila. Shot of love with Tila Tequila.
Double shot of love. Flavor Flav had one Time for Love or something like that. And they were so bad. Them shows were awful.
It's not real, right?
No, it can't be. There's no way. I mean, Bret Hart had 4 wives. He went through like 4 different Hard Rocks of Love. You remember that?
So is The Bachelor real? Do you feel like The Bachelor and The Bachelorette? Do you think like it's a
It
real
is,
show?
but it's extremely staged. It's real, but it is extremely
Does your wife still watch it?
No, we don't. We actually haven't watched it at all. Are you
Oh.
still watching it?
No, I'm not. I don't watch it. I think Courtney still keeps up with it.
If I watch one episode, I get hooked. I can't get off of it because I'm like,
I don't get hooked.
well, what
anymore.
about what's Brittany going to do next week?
Someone's she's about to throw wine on her.
Yeah, it stopped right there. Really?
I need to know if she's actually going to throw the wine, and she's not going to throw the wine.
Yeah, exactly. And like, you know what they do every time? Keep tuning in next week for the most suspenseful episode of The Bachelor yet. And I'm like, I look at Heather, I'm like, I can't miss the most suspenseful episode of The Bachelor.
In Bachelor history, they're on season
20. It's always
season 23. They've been doing this for 23 years.
The craziest ending we've ever had in Bachelor history. And I'm like, Heather, I can't miss the craziest ending. I can't miss this.
I got to call into work.
Yeah. I've got to figure out who it was. And down deep. And what's bad is you become attached to those kind of shows. You're like, if Brittany, like, pick Brittany, please pick Brittany. Oh, Brittany's going first. He's going to tell her no.
Get rid of Cameron. You're screaming at
Cameron. It is a backstabber.
How do you not see what she's doing to you?
Yeah,
Jesse.
She's just here because it's on TV. She's one of those. She just wants her 5 seconds of fame.
It's all staged. It's very staged.
It is very. I mean, I think there is a.
It's not very real. There's no realism to it.
Well, I think it's random people. I mean, it ain't like actors and stuff.
I think there's some actors in the mix.
I don't know. I think. Well, now what they become. Yes, I do think it is pretty randomly generated.
What do you mean?
Like, I think it is random people in the world, but they're like, hey, listen, if you're going to come on the show, you're going to do what we tell you to do.
You're going to be the person that actually is going to stir up some crap.
Or something, yeah. Because there's always, like, how interesting would it be if, like, everything
if it was all
the
lovey
rules on The Bachelor and everything was just, like, perfect? Like, all right,
What if they were all actually...
No excitement whatsoever.
They were all just actually trying to impress this man and fall in love. Like, if it was just regular life, it would be the most boring show. I'd be like, why do I want to watch these people, go on dates?
And the thing I don't like about it, and the real thing I don't like about it is like The Bachelor, for example. This guy comes on and they all fall in love with this guy. He's all like every single one of these girls is like, he's so handsome or whatever. And either way, the guy's with the girl, right? Like she's so beautiful, yada yada yada. And I'm like, y'all could walk by each other on the street if this wasn't a thing. You would never pay attention to this guy. Not saying that this guy's ugly or this woman is ugly. But just saying, you're obviously not that attracted to him because you ain't going to make a move.
Listen to me.
In real life.
Answer me this. So how are they all okay? One, with the fact that they're all kissing, right?
It is weird.
Okay.
But, it doesn't happen until a little bit later. Sometimes. But they kiss him at the beginning.
There's usually
you don't want to be the last one out the limo because, everybody's kissed this girl or kissed that guy.
You're kissing it. When it's down to 15 people, you're kissing.
Yeah.
And
making out,
and a lot of them are in love.
Let's be honest, and then you get to like the final 3 or 4, and you got what do they call it? The fantasy suites or something like that.
Suites.
And that is a whole nother shindig right there, right?
I mean, what is going? And they're all love each. This man he'll be like, I love all 5 of them, and you're like,
but he can't say it, right?
He does. No, they do. He'll be like, there's something that
I really care about you. I love how they say it, like, I really care about you.
There's something that I care about. Each and every single one of you.
The problem is it's not real life. These people aren't going to work.
No.
This is like an 8-week vacation.
They're
however long this show.
They have no responsibility. Nothing else is going.
And it's not as long as you think it is.
No,
I don't even think it's 8 weeks. I bet it's like 4 weeks.
They have
5 weeks.
They don't. So they're not tying love with the stresses and things that are of life.
Because guess what? They're like, oh yeah, you do love Ben, but guess what? When you go back home, Ben ain't gonna be there all the time.
No,
Ben's got to go work his 40 hours a week.
And you got to clean up dog pee out of the floor. You know, you got to get
You're not going to be in Caraco all the time, living on the beach or whatever,
sipping
wherever
martinis. You're going to be cleaning up dog piles of poop out in the backyard.
And you're not going to go to the NFL game and then all of a sudden get walked center field and AC/DC play you a love song.
No, and y'all dance in front of millions of people.
Because you can't afford that.
Yeah,
it's like they're set for failure, really.
Yeah, that's not life.
I'll tell you. So
I'll tell you what life is. Life is cozy socks and pajama pants.
Before I say that, I want to talk about The Bachelor a little more. I got one more thing I want to talk about after this because we brought it up. Okay. So, The Bachelor is very. I do think it's very. I do think what I was saying about real people is I think they're real people. They just say you're going to do what we tell you to do.
Yeah, they have to.
Kind of thing. Yeah. So, or they will get sent home. I mean, I guess in the news, there's no doubt that some of these people stay together forever. Or,
I guess
some of them are still married. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I think the last couple of Bachelors, no one's even. They break up after the final rose ceremony. They don't even get together. They're not even together at all. They went through the whole thing and nothing.
I don't know. There is. I don't know how you would be okay with either. Like I don't want to go on a show. Hypothetically speaking, again, if I'm single, not married, I don't want to go compete against 24 other guys for one.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't care if I am better. And I got another complaint here too.
Okay.
So, and I know why it's like this because it's Hollywood. But either way it is, whether it be for the girls or the guys are always like super ripped.
Bro,
what?
Like, there's no just average.
We're talking like they got like 1% body fat, right?
There's no average male. You know,
there's that. Yeah,
one's an airplane pilot. One of them. You know,
I do my own workout ceremony. You know, when everybody. I mean, sensational YouTube, whatever.
He's got the Abe Lincoln freaking chiseled face.
It's the perfect haircut and everything, and
his
they got
teeth.
The teeth are just glistening white. But the same thing with the girls. They're all like
just gorgeous, just freaking supermodels.
Yeah, they're supermodels, and they're like, I was Miss Arkansas, and you're going okay, and they're like, I'm a personal fitness instructor, and I'm like, where are the fat people at?
Yeah, where?
I mean, they can love people too.
I think we need a fat bachelor, bachelorette.
I remember I watched The Bachelor one time, and this guy, and this is kind of what makes me think it was a little bit real in a way. This guy was on there, and he was like my body type, and he was on the show, and he flat out told her, he was like, "You're not gonna pick me because I'm not as good looking as these other guys," and he made it really far. Oh. He made it to like the last 5 or something.
Dang.
But he did make it pretty far. But he was really funny. He was like, no joke. I hate to think this, but he was everything I would think a girl would want in a guy.
Yeah.
Very nice, caring, funny. That's what he was on the show anyway. Because these guys also, not only are they chiseled, but they're all dirtbags. If Jerry's got a problem with me and Jerry could be out by the pool, I'll take him out for a little bit.
He freaking came in on our date and stepped in and pushed me off to the side. Well, we're gonna have words about that when we do our football, the football challenge tomorrow.
And I love it because like they always go out and they're like, "Here's your challenge," and like it's with the guys, it's always like this. And they go out and like they see like football people hitting each other, and these guys are like, I was born for this.
And then they do the little side interview, and they're
and the guy's like, he's like running his fingers through his hair, and he's like, I played football. I played a little D1 in college, and if I gotta hit someone as hard as I can to prove my love for Jenny, that's what I'm gonna do. I will break every person's neck out here.
And then Chad, he's like,
to show my love for Jenny.
Chad goes, I'm gonna take this freaking opportunity to show Jenny that Daryl's a dirtbag, and I'm gonna make him feel every ounce of pain that he made her feel last night when he made her cry by the pool.
Yeah. And there's always one scrawny guy that
he's just like
funny. He's trying to be funny. He's like, "Hey Jenny, bam!" He just gets. Hey Jenny.
His name's Jacob.
Yeah. And then it does a side interview, and Jenny's there like, Jacob is just, no matter what it is, even if it's something that's not up his alley, he just makes a good time of it. That's what I love about Jacob. He just, no matter what it, he's not a football guy. He obviously does photography, and he's out here
and he's
giving it his all.
At least he tried, and that, and that's what it means.
Yeah, and at the end they do the rose thing. They're like, "This is for someone that maybe this wasn't his thing today,
but at least
the effort he showed, and if he could just show that much effort
in a relationship."
So this rose goes to Jacob. This is for you. And the one guy's like, I popped, and then he goes to the side interview again. He's like, I popped 5 heads today, man.
I don't know what she wants from me, dude.
I'm out there just I'm bleeding. Like his nose is like, I'm out there shedding blood for Jenny. She's just not noticing it. And then later in the night, they do like, they got to get together. He's like, Jenny, I worked really hard today. I just don't think you're noticing me like you should. Just don't think you're noticing me, Jim.
What's the other thing you want to talk about so we can get out of here?
Well, have you seen the show? So this show came out. And me and my wife watched the first season of it, like as it aired, which we usually didn't ever do that. I never do that with shows. And we watched the second season of it, and then we kind of forgot about it. Like if we would have known about it, we may have watched it more. I don't know. But we watched the first 2 seasons of Married at First Sight.
I've never seen this.
Dude. I'm sure it's fake too in some way. So these people, they take like anybody that signs up for it, I guess. And these, they're called something, huh? Matchmakers, like professional matchmakers, and they interview them all. And
get Heather in here.
Heather's like from the Mulan movie.
Get Heather in here.
Like
she knows. She sounds like
it's not from the Mulan movie.
She knows what's going on. Get her in here.
These matchmakers take these people, right, and they interview them all, and they find the best fit. They're saying, we really think this guy and this girl, depending on what we think, are a perfect couple.
Okay.
So, and like they purposely get people that live like on opposite ends of America or something, like, so, because they don't want these people to ever meet them. So what they do is like they get selected for the show, and they have to say, yeah, we'll do it or whatever. And the guy goes and stands. They legitimately get married. Like, and the very first time they see him, yeah. So the very first time they see him is the doors open, and the lady will walk through in her wedding dress, and it's all filmed. Like the first episode is like just you introducing the girl, introducing the guy, right?
Yeah.
And it's called Married at First Sight because it's literally the first time they see each other, they're getting married.
So then does it follow them afterwards?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like they got like you see, here's the thing, they send them on like this extreme vacation, and they spend all this time with each other, but they got to figure out life things like, okay, well, we're going to live together, or we're not going to live together, and what's so funny is like, so like they literally like they walk up the aisle, and he's like, hey, I'm Greg, and she's like, hey, I'm Rachel. Like that's seriously like how it starts out. But like this one girl, like I was watching it, I think it was the second season, this girl walked up and she straight up looked at the guy and she's like, I'm not attracted to you at all. Flat out told him that. Would not kiss him at the wedding. Like it was, so that makes me think it's like pretty, I don't know, it could have been, like I said, this could have been written, but like they don't, like it's just normal people. You should look it up. Normal people and stuff, and like they gotta go through life. They gotta figure out, like I said, are we gonna live with each other? Are we not?
Are we gonna have a Labrador?
Oh yeah, stuff like that. And like they do things like the matchmakers set up certain events and stuff for them to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like they do like they have a honeymoon, but it's only like a week, and it's usually some really nice place or whatever. Are we gonna consummate our marriage tonight or not? Like they got to learn a lot about each other.
Oh my goodness.
And very, very few times are they like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's not.
No thanks.
But you should look it up. It's interesting. It's really weird.
I couldn't do it.
But oh no, I couldn't do it either. Oh heck no.
There's
but
no way.
but the like people that don't. So what they do is, and at the end of 8 weeks, they sit down together with the matchmakers and they decide if they want an annulment or they're going to stay together. That's the last episode.
Oh.
And they either split up or they stay together.
I'm gonna have to watch this.
But we may have to watch the first 2 seasons. Like all the time, and we thought it was like, oh, this is a pretty neat little show, you know. And they're still doing it because I've seen it, but we don't watch it anymore.
Oh,
I don't know. It just kind of the first season and the second season were very similar. You got the couple that don't like each other, or one likes one, the other one don't like the other one, or they just both love each other. I don't know. It's kind of weird. They do like 3 different couples. It's weird, man.
yeah.
Look into it.
I'll have to peep that one out.
Faux show.
Oh, well, Robert, you know what time it is.
This is the thing.
It's time to
Wrap it up.
It's time to make bologna sandwiches.
I felt like this was a good one, man. I enjoyed this.
I did too.
I did fun.
too.
Bachelor.
Yeah.
How many heartbeats is it?
Robert, take us home with this is the thing.
This is the thing. Don't crack Abe Lincoln jokes. He was a great president. We messed up.
If y'all could just forget that
the first 10 minutes of this thing ever happened.
The first 15 to 20, actually.
This is the thing. Abe Lincoln and the Amish, great people.
We didn't mean it.
Didn't mean it.
It was funny though.
This is the thing. You're gonna be a dad again.
Again, yeah.
Is how do you
say that? Yeah, I'm gonna be a dad again.
I'm gonna be a dad again. I don't know.
I'm gonna continue being a dad.
Yeah. Let's not say again, because then it sounds like
like
something happened with the first one.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue.
You're gonna continue to dad.
I've bought a DLC for my fatherhood.
You're dad squared now. You're dad. I don't know.
I bought the expansion for my dad.
There you go.
My dad.
That sounds great.
My fatherhood.
So this is the thing. Congrats, man.
Thanks, dude.
If you need something, holler at me.
Appreciate it.
I will not give you a hug though. This is the thing. Touchy people, lay off. Stay in your lane.
We're not going to. We like to touch. So
this is the thing. People that think they're just because they're cross-trained everywhere or they know everything.
You're bragging.
They're silent braggers. We don't like it.
Silent braggers.
Yeah.
Quit. We know what you're doing.
Yeah, we see it. Okay. You know what you're doing.
You know.
Idiot. This is the thing, gender reveals. I don't get them. I got to know. I understand gender reveals, but I have to know.
This is the thing. If you hear 7 heartbeats, run.
Go the other way. This is the thing. How many heartbeats is it? It needs to be a show. Let's make it happen.
How many heartbeats
is it? Yeah, the whole crowd. All right, audience. How many heartbeats is it? And like, I can just picture the dad. We're on TV, honey.
We're on TV. This is that show.
This is the thing. Bachelorette. Can we get some fat people on there?
Yo, I'm tired of seeing supermodels.
It is. It's way over. It's Chisel Johnny over his football, you know.
Chisel Johnny and airplane pilot Patrick.
I practiced law in New York.
Yeah.
Oh, so you have a 6-pack and you make $300,000 a year. That's wonderful.
That's great. You're the #1 attorney in New York.
Of course I'm going to choose you.
I'm not going to pick the guy who makes Crayola crayons.
Yeah. This is the thing. Bachelor, if it is real, make it less staged.
Yeah.
If it is real. I don't know.
If it is. Chris Hansen.
We need fat people.
If you're listening.
To this day.
Dude.
To this day.
If I think
Chris Hansen has the best job in the world. I would do anything to have that job.
I would do anything. Anything in the whole world to have Chris Hansen's job, dude. I would do anything.
You realize he says 4 things. That's it. That's all he says. He says,
ladies,
this
is the final rose.
And then he goes, ladies, if you did not receive a rose tonight, say your goodbyes.
That's Chris Hansen's job.
And then there was one other thing that he says all the time. Like, it's always, Randy, it's time. You know, like, have you made your decision yet?
And then he does the reunion show, and he's like,
yeah, he does the reunion show.
This is a reunion show, and I'm Chris Hansen. We know.
You realize he gets to go all these cool places for free? Like, he's got no stress. They're like, you got to be, because like he don't go to the competitions or anything.
No,
he's literally just there for the roast ceremony.
Hey, this is the thing. I want to be Chris Hansen.
I want to be Chris Hansen so bad, dude. I don't care how staged it is. I want to be Chris Hansen.
I love you, Chris.
He does the interviews and stuff.
He's great.
Chris Hansen's a beast, bro.
Chris Hansen's awesome.
This is the thing. Chris Hansen, you got it going on, dude.
Keep it up.
He's like some little scrawny feller, you know.
God, dang it, dude. I wish I would have hit the lottery like that. I mean, that is actually hitting the lottery. Like, that's better
I would
than
rather
hitting
be Chris Hansen than like
win the
Ryan
lottery.
Seacrest in the prime of American Idol. That job was awful.
Oh, that's too. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I want to be
Chris Hansen.
I want to be Chris Hansen. Why would you want to be?
This is the thing for Halloween. I'm gonna be Chris Hansen.
Is that not his name?
Next year.
What's his name? Chris Harrison. It ain't Chris Hansen. It's Chris Harrison.
No, it's Hansen.
Did you Google it?
No, I knew it.
No.
Heather said she Googled it.
I knew it though.
It's Chris Harrison. Chris Hansen sounded good though.
Hold on. Oh, it's not Chris Hansen. You know
Is it Chris Harrison?
You know who Chris Hansen is?
Who is it? Who's Chris Hansen?
Google it. Google.
Chris, hey, I want his job too. I want his job too.
He says, "Are these the text messages you used?"
Guys, for anybody listening, I know Chris Hansen is. Chris Hansen is the guy that done Dateline
To Catch a Predator.
to Catch a Predator, and that show is just as good, people. That I would love his job too. When that little girl, like, because you know they're there to be a little girl, and she goes in the room and he comes out, and they're like, "Oh no, it's Chris Hansen, bro!" Like,
Chris Hansen.
okay, listen, Chris Hansen and Chris Harrison.
Best
You
jobs.
both got the best jobs in the world. Hands down. There's no better jobs than Chris Hansen and Chris Harrison. I should have been named Chris. It sounded so good. You know, the reason why it rung a bell so much is I used to watch Dateline.
I love
That
Catch a
show
Predator.
was to catch. I mean, to this day, I will get lost on YouTube watching.
I watch it on YouTube all the time.
Watching To Catch a Predator. And he's like, "Oh, so you didn't come over here? You didn't come over here to be with this little girl?
Oh, so
is that reason why?
No,
you,
sit
like,
down.
he slides
Have some
over the
pizza.
thing?
No, sit down. Have some pizza.
Yeah. Is this so on here we got text messages of you sending her inappropriate pictures of your genitalia to you're like
So this is your genitalia, right?
yeah. And they're like, no, it's not me. It's not what it looks. And they're like, I think we know exactly what this looks like, Freddie. You know?
Pull down your pants.
And he's like, exit through the garage. It's always through the garage.
He says,
Exit through the garage.
No. Yeah, you're free to leave.
This is a whole new show. This is the thing. I could talk about To Catch a Predator.
Okay, keep going. Chris,
I don't want to keep going. No.
Chris Harrison, Chris Hansen, best jobs ever. Keep going. All right.
We got it. That's it. This is the end of this show. I don't Chris Hansen and Chris Harrison. Chris and Chris. Dude, imagine a crossover show. To Catch a Predator Bachelor. Where
to
it's
catch
Bachelor
a Bachelor
edition. Yeah, to catch and like no, here's the twist though. The Bachelor Bachelorette goes the whole season not knowing they're all predators. And when she picks one, Chris Hansen walks in and he's like, "You've been with the predator."
This whole
and they
time.
take him straight to jail. And then Chris Harrison's like, "Sorry.
This is the final rose.
This is the final rose." So good. That'd be the best show I've ever watched.
That's quality television. Get us
And Chris
out.
Hansen would only make one. What if he's like
Stop.
every time
Stop.
the people got sent home, Chris Hansen showed up. He's a predator. You know, by the end, she'd be like, "Are they all
Are they
predators?"
all, are they all predators? You're trying to find the Bachelor inside the predators.
Oh Lordy, that's so funny.
Oh,
And like she don't know. Hang on, listen. She don't know. Chris Hansen shows up every time, and they're always like, "I'm not a predator," and she's like, "I don't know if I can believe him."
I don't know if I can believe him.
Chris Harrison's like, "Well, this is the final rose," and Chris Hansen's like, "Are these the text messages?" Like it's all just going on at the same time. Whirlwind of emotions. whirlwind of emotions, and like the Bachelor has got to make a decision right then and there.
Oh my god.
Love it. Do the radio thing. Get us going.
Oh my lord. All right, guys. My face hurts. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out another week on This Is the Thing. I feel like I should be like, and thank you for joining us on another week of To Catch a Bachelor. You can catch us
How
next.
many heartbeats is it?
I am Chris Hansen, and as always, this is
Chris Harrison.
We hope you guys have such a great week, evening, morning, night, all of the above. Remember, you can listen to us on all your favorite podcast platforms. We're there, people. We're there for you. We'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye.